friends.
Aunt Liz TV!
She's a magician in the kitchen.
Aunt Liz TV!
Watched on Mondays and Thursdays.
Aunt Liz TV!
Cooking yummy foods and tasty treats.
Aunt Liz TV!
Give up orders and taste the fun sleep. Aunt Liz TV.
Hey football fans, it's Tasty Thursday again and time for another delicious appetizer that's great to serve during football games. Now you might remember last week we made something called a pepperoni pizza puff. Today we're making something called a taco puff. So we have puffs 2 weeks in a row. So we have just a few ingredients, so let's get started. We need a half a cup of cheese, and I'm using Colby. You can use cheddar if you like that. We need 2 tubes of refrigerated biscuits, and we need some prepared taco meat. Now making the taco meat is probably a part your adult assistant is going to need to do for you. So I've already done that. And the first step I'm going to take is to take my shredded cheese and just dump it into the pan with my taco meat. Now what this does, it just makes it easier for us to fill our biscuits later because the cheese will melt in with the meat. So we're just dealing with one ingredient to stuff inside of our biscuits instead of 2. So we'll just let that sit there for just a minute, just kind of stir it around so it gets blended. It doesn't have to be completely blended, but you want all of your any chunks of cheese, you want those to be kind of blended in. So while that's blending, we are going to go ahead and take care of our biscuits. So I'm going to just do a couple as an example, and then I'm going to fill my tray up and we'll bake them all at the same time. But you need to take a tube of biscuits and you grab the end of it, and this is the kind that will pop. We've used these before. So there's kind of a line, you probably can't see it on the video, but you push the line. Whoa, that was a good pop. Okay, so we're going to just take our tube of biscuits and put it out onto a cutting board. Now, you can either use your kitchen scissors to cut these. What we're going to do is cut each biscuit in half. Now, I actually got this recipe from Taste Tester's grandma, and she somehow manages to get 4 taco puffs out of each biscuit. I have tried that for 18 years, and it has never worked for me, so I just cut mine in half, and thankfully our Taste Tester seems to think that is acceptable. So, what you're going to do is either use some kitchen scissors, or you can just take a regular table knife. Just cut each biscuit in half. So we just want, just like that. Okay. Now, my tube of biscuits has 10 biscuits, so from each tube we're going to get actually 20 biscuit halves, which is 20 taco puffs. So what we're going to do now that we've got these cut in half, we're going to just take your fingers and just kind of flatten them and stretch them out a little bit. Now you didn't see me do this, but you can assume that I always have clean hands before I start making any recipe, and it's especially important when you're making a recipe like this that you have a lot of handling of dough or any of the ingredients. So I'm going to just stretch that. That one looks good. I'll stretch one more out. This is a job if you have brothers or sisters who want to help you make this. This part goes a lot faster if you have more people helping. Okay. So our meat and cheese mixture looks good to me. So I'm going to just take a small spoon and get a little bit of the mixture in my spoon, and then take my biscuit and just put it right inside. Now, this part's kind of tricky. It might take you some practice. You're going to take the edges and stretch them and pull them together. Whoops. And then you're going to take the side and pull it together, and this side and pull it together. And it's okay if some of your taco meat comes out, because what you're going to do is put this on your baking sheet upside down, so you're not actually going to lose any of your meat. So you just kind of pull it together and you make a little, kind of looks like a little ball with a square bottom. So what you're going to do is just put that on your baking tray just like that. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I've got my oven preheating already to 375. And so I'll come back and show you what the full tray looks like, and then we'll pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, I'm on my very last puff. Now, as you can tell, I have some extra meat. Now, what I'm doing is, because we're not having a big party, this is just for our taste tester. So I'm not making a whole bunch, I'm making 20, which will be enough. But I'm going to save this extra taco meat, and I'm going to put it in the fridge, and then we'll use it for taco salad or tacos later in the week. So that's a good idea too. If you want to make up a bunch ahead of time, that's an easy way that you'll have an easy dinner one night. Okay, so here are our taco puffs. There are 20 of them. I'm going to pop them in our preheated oven. And And I'm going to check them at 12 minutes, but they'll probably need to go more like 15. But I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 12 minutes. And I'm going to put my leftover taco meat in the fridge and then clean up, and I'll be back to check the puffs in just a little bit. Okay, our taco puffs are almost finished baking. They are finished baking, so we're going to turn the timer off and we'll turn our oven off. Now again, this is the part your adult assistant will have to help you with. But look at these. Wow. Put them over here to cool for just a little bit. So I think they look delicious. So I'm going to let these cool, and then I'm going to go find our football fan and give them some food.